Very common question, and it actually has a very interesting answer. Let me show you how this works. Think of your body like this fuel truck. You have food fuel that comes from the calories you eat, and you have fat fuel that comes from all the stored fat on your body. Most people have hundreds of thousands of calories of available fat fuel stored in their body. The question that's being asked is, if you allow this tank to run dry from time to time, will that block your ability to pull from this tank, right? When we're eating, insulin levels are typically high. Insulin being high sends a message to the body to be storing those calories as fat. When we're fasting, insulin levels are typically low, and that sends a different message to the body. It's saying to be burning the fat for calories. We have the first law of thermodynamics. Energy can either be created or destroyed, right? Calorie intake minus calorie expenditure equals calories stored. Your question is, will the body begin burning fewer calories when you're intermittent fasting? And it's actually not the case. Let me show you why. Let's say that you're trying to lose weight with intermittent fasting, and your body right now burns 2,000 calories a day total. Well, if you're eating 1,000 calories of food, when you're fasting and your insulin levels are low, your body will get the other 1,000 calories it needs from fat. It needs 2,000 calories, and so it will get 1,000 from food and 1,000 from fat. It's getting everything. Now, same example. Let's say your body burns 2,000 calories a day and you're only eating 1,000 calories a day of food. Well, you'd say, well, there's a caloric deficit. You're going to lose weight, right? Thermodynamics. However, if you're eating foods throughout the day that keep insulin levels high throughout the day, insulin inhibits lipolysis, meaning the body is not able to tap into the stored fat and access those calories to make up the caloric deficit that exists. Because the body's not able to get all the calories that it needs, it will often drop its caloric expenditure. I mean, it's 1,000 calories short, right? If it goes on like this for long, you'll eventually die. And since there's no fat fuel available because of the high insulin levels, the body responds by dropping its energy expenditure and begins to burn fewer and fewer calories. And so with this type of an approach, because insulin inhibits lipolysis, the returns are diminishing. Now, just because you're fasting doesn't mean you're necessarily going to lose weight, because thermodynamics still apply. If you get 1,000 calories from fat during your fasting period, but then during the mealtime you go and eat 3,000 calories, well, that's a total of 4,000 calories. The body's only burning 2,000. This will result in gaining weight. If you're interested in intermittent fasting, I've done lots of videos about it, including videos about how somebody with insulin resistance can use fasting to boost their insulin sensitivity. And I did this video about how through intermittent fasting, several people were able to completely reverse their type 2 diabetes.